country is a country of migration. This was true 100 years ago, and it remains true today. Yet when migration is discussed today, this fact is often overlooked. Instead of historical and contemporary realities, migration is frequently debated through myths. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, hundreds of thousands of Muslims migrated to Anatolia from neighboring regions and from territories the Ottoman Empire had lost in war. During the founding years of the Republic, it was these groups, who had migrated from the Balkans and the North Caucasus, that formed much of the diversity in the country's population. So what are the myths about migration? What are the realities? Izmir has received too much migration in recent years. Reality. Izmir has been receiving migrants since the 1920s from the Aegean Islands, the Balkans, and many parts of Anatolia. Without these migrations, Izmir, whose population had declined sharply after the War of Independence, could not have recovered economically, socially, and culturally. Today, the proportion of foreign migrants and refugees living in the city is lower than in many other cities. The war in Syria is over. All Syrians can return. Reality. Research in international migration shows that many migrants do not return even if conditions improve in their home country. Over time, children go to school, grow up, and build new lives. For young people especially, leaving the life they know and returning to a country they barely know, even if their roots are there, is difficult. Moreover, many families are reluctant to return immediately to Syria, where security concerns still persist. According to international refugee and humanitarian law, people cannot be forced to return to places where their safety is not guaranteed. Migrants and refugees in Turkey live on state aid. Reality. Studies show that migrants with legal status in Turkey have high labor force participation. Among men, more than 80% of both Syrians and other migrants are employed. In other words, migrants largely sustain themselves through work. Only some Syrians receive limited social assistance provided by the Turkish Red Crescent through a fund financed by the European Union. Migrants have increased unemployment. Reality. Most migrants in Turkey are employed in low-skilled and low-paid jobs. In several sectors, they work in positions that many Turkish citizens are unwilling to take. There is no strong scientific evidence showing that migrants have caused unemployment among citizens. Migrants benefit from more rights than citizens. Reality. In Turkey, migrants have limited access to rights in many areas. For example, foreigners with residence permits cannot always benefit from public health services. For most foreigners with legal status, including Syrians, obtaining a work permit is difficult. Those without legal status have almost no access to rights, including education. Access to healthcare, education, and employment are fundamental human rights. Ultimately, what matters is improving the rights of everyone living in Turkey and ensuring fair access to these rights.